Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lord Chipmunk, and once again, we have a video with some commentary here for you. So, this video is going to be focusing on new and shiny things. Both of the tanks I'm going to showcase here are Tier 6, and we're going to start off with the Tier 6 Heavy French tank, the ARL 44. What's new and shiny about this? Well, in this game, this was the first game I had with the long 90mm gun, the supposed top gun on this thing. I could give you a full rundown of the gun, but all you really need to know is that it has the lowest DPM of the top 3 guns on this machine, which are all usable. It has the joint lowest alpha damage. It has the best accuracy, but its accuracy still isn't great. It has the joint longest aiming time. So at this point you're probably wondering, why on earth would you equip this? Because it has 212mm of penetration at tier 6. That's just ridiculous. But if you get into a tier 7 or tier 8 game, and I'm in a tier 7 game now, then you can use that 212mm of penetration and you can make shots that you wouldn't normally be able to. But if you're in a tier 6 game, you don't need 212mm of pen. You just don't need it. And so you just get all the downsides, and in my opinion, if you're in a tier 6 game at least, this gun is not worth it. You probably want to use one of the other two, and I have a preference, but, you know, different people's mileage may vary. But this isn't necessarily a bad gun. On the tier 7 French Heavy, the AMX, it's a good gun. It's a really good gun, and you see I have a snapshot there, just because why not. But it's a really good gun. You get this on the tier 8 Premium, the FCM 50 ton. Just to give you an idea, this is still used on a tier 8 machine, this gun. It's slightly buffed, you know, things like aim time, accuracy, rate of fire and whatnot, but it's still the same damage and penetration. So this is not, and on a load of the tank destroyers it's used, French tank destroyers, so this is not a bad gun. And the game here is actually pretty decent. As I say, this was my first game with this gun. And it's not a bad gun, but it's not my favourite gun on the machine. So we managed to get a good hit there into the T25/2. And you can see the ARL's great gun depression. And so I'm just going to shoot this VK. There we go, give him some food for thought. A low damage roll, but pff, we'll take it. Not that we have much choice. Now, if you go for this long 90mm gun, then this tank basically becomes a sniper. And in my opinion, that's wasting its potential. I think this tank makes a fantastic, in-your-face, brawling heavy tank. It is reasonably mobile. It's got pretty decent armour. I mean, the frontal plate is 120mm and sloped back at a good angle. And if you take either of the other two competitive guns, shall we say, then you are basically a brawler. But with this gun, you're more of a sniper, to be honest. You don't have either the raw alpha damage or the DPM to brawl, really, and, you know, when you're that close, the extra penetration doesn't really matter too much. So I'm here trying to tell that Churchill 7 to retreat, because he's not in a good spot. And to be fair to him, he is, but he's in a very difficult position. Churchill 7's slow, what can he do? Mount a hill? Oh, it's going to take him forever, and he's just going to die where he is. Oh, he shouldn't have gone down there. Anyway, we have a shot, 220, a low damage roll again. But we put some pain on that VK. Ooh, another VK, and reload, reload, reload. Ooh, he's trapped, so we shall put some pain on him. Now, that 413 combined damage roll, this gun does not do that much damage. It's 240 average damage. You know, it's your standard 90-odd mil damage range. We repair our tracks there because this is a tier 7 game. Our armor isn't great in tier 7, and we do not want to be caught out in the open there with our pants down, getting the 7 shades of snot kicked out of us. But hello, who are you? Ooh, gun depression is good, but it's not quite that good. Oh, and artillery's shooting at us. That's right, it's a tier 7 game. And the best thing their artillery can do is shoot at a tier 6 tank. My goggles. Anyway, that horrible aim time again. We get a hit, possibly. If it hit, it didn't pen. And we bounce their shot in return. So we are losing this. Not by a colossal amount, we just pulled one back, but we are losing. So I'm just relocating because I don't really like that engagement anymore, and we're going to have a go at this Jagdpanther. And aim, and boom, we track him. And so I request fire at him for two reasons. One, he's tracked, so he can't dodge the shots. And two, because I will pick up a butt ton of assistance damage. And there we go. I finish him off. And I get a bounce there, which means I'm spotted, someone can see me, and ooh, I see their IS. Oh, they take my gunner out, but I still managed to put a shot through the front of him. 212mm of penetration will do that. So we don't like that spot. People can obviously see us, although apparently I'm going back there. No, I'm not. Okay, jolly good. Well, the scores are now tied. So this is a tier 7 game, and we're on 2 kills. It's not bad at all. I'm actually going to get sniper out of this, despite the fact the gun isn't very accurate and has a god-awful aim time. I mean, it's a Russian level of aim time, Russian heavy tank level, 3.4 seconds. But without the raw alpha damage that the Russians get. Oh, that one bounces. It probably hit his upper plate at a bad angle. So you can see 212mm of penetration on a tier 6 machine does not mean you're going to auto-pen. There's no such thing. You're still going to get bounces. And so, for my money, this is not actually the best gun on this tank. Despite the fact that it's, on paper it is. I mean, it's the highest tier gun available to this tank, put it that way. I think it's a tier 8 gun. Boom, put some damage through the and low damage roll again, which we seem to be getting a lot of lately, but that SU-152 just murders him. So we're actually 3 tanks up now, 11-8, which is looking pretty good. So we know the IS is up there on that ridge, and we are a one-shot for everyone. But we're going to trundle over here. The IS has its own problems. Their KV-1S just blitzed RT-20, and so we are left aiming and aiming and aiming, and I'm not taking that shot. Hello. No shot there either. And now we're only winning by 2 instead of 3. Oh dear. Never mind. So you can see that there's an M6 who appears to be doing quite well. I don't run XVM, I don't really know, but you know, he's on 3 kills. Maybe he did 20 damage to get those 3 kills, I don't know, but he's on 3 kills, so he appears to be doing alright. And we seem to be doing okay. You know, we seem to be consistently putting some damage in and around, here and there. Which is great, and that's probably what you're going to end up doing with this gun on this tank. You're going to be praying for tier 7 or 8 games, because it's pointless in tier 6. And then you're going to be putting your 240 alpha damage here, there, and everywhere, and just hoping that you, oh dear, hoping that you make some difference. I took a snapshot there because I was pretty sure that KV-1S, well, I was worried that KV-1S was just going to try and blast me, but that snapshot worked. And so we take out the KV-1S. So it's just a KV-2, and we know where he is, and their artillery. So I'm drawing my team's attention to the fact that the KV-2 is near the capture point. Near our capture point. So we might want to do something about him, and there he is, using the gun depression just to come up through the rise of the hill. Now the turret armour isn't great, we get an above average damage roll into his face, and the SU-152 finishes him off. 3 kills. There's only their artillery left. We'd have to really put some effort in to lose this one. I should also say, actually, I say the gun isn't too bad. No, it's not too bad. It's alright. I should also say at this point that I have all the other unlocks on this tank. So it's got the top engine, top suspension, and you can see it's pretty mobile. I mean, we're a heavy tank and we're doing 40 odd kilometers an hour. That's good. You know, 35, 40 kph. That's pretty damn quick for a heavy tank. I mean, you get overtaken by KV-1Ss. But KV-1Ss, well, they're special. But this is actually, I mean, I've only played a couple of tiers. I've played 3 tier 6 heavy tanks. I've played the Churchill 7, I've played the M6, and I've played the ARL. And this is my favourite of the 3. The Churchill 6 is slow and it really hates tier 8 games. The M6 is not a heavy tank, despite what everything, you know, how it's classified. It's a medium tank. It's a really big, easy to kill medium tank. I mean, if you get some angling on your front armour and you're in a tier 6 game, you can get some bounces. But the side armour's garbage. It's an up armoured T1 heavy. So it's weird that I don't like it. I really enjoyed the T1. But that extra tier difference just seems to make a world of difference. It seems to matter more than the extra 20mm of frontal hull armour. Anyway. There we go. Their artillery's dead. Game over. Bish bash bosh. Done. Have a look at the post-battle results and we'll move on to the second game in a new shiny. So this is our second game and we are in the Cromwell. Now the Cromwell is the tier 6 medium tank for the British. I have played 2, maybe 3 games in this thing. This is my first. And unlike some people, I do stock grinds. So this is pretty much a stock Cromwell. Stock tracks, stock engine, stock turret. The only thing that isn't stock about it is that I have all the guns already unlocked because I've already been down the British heavy line, and the heavy and medium lines use the same gun selection. So I have all the guns unlocked. That doesn't mean I can equip them all because I don't have the second turret. So the gun I'm using here, short little stubby thing, is the second 6-pounder gun. So it has a 6-pounder gun, 57mm if you're not using Imperial. It has a 6-pounder gun as the stock gun, and then it gets a slightly upgraded 6-pounder after that, and this is that gun. So you can see that while we're not slow, this is perhaps not the Speedy Gonzales Cromwell you're used to, because, as I say, stock suspension, stock engine. There are 2 engine upgrades, if I remember correctly, and this is just the stock engine. I mean, it's... yeah. I don't know, I've only had a couple of games in this tank. There's the gun depression. With the 57mm guns, gun depression, phenomenal. And I'm going to use that in a bit. So, I've only played a few games in this tank. And bearing in mind those games, it's basically been stock. And I adore it. It is an amazing machine. It is not a support tank. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to be a support tank. I really shouldn't. It's a tier 6 game and I have a 6-pounder gun. And there's a KV-1S who's having none of it. Takes off 18 of my health. Barrels through. Pushes me out of the way. So I think, alright, fine. Screw you. Hope you die. Not the person. Just his tank. And he does. So, spoiler alert. This is not a mega carry. This is a stock tank. I mean, there's only so much you can do. And as you see the game progress, you might start getting an inkling as what's happening. But, you know, maybe I've given too much away. So, okay, right, fine. Screw being a support tank with this. We're not sniping, we're not doing any of the rest of that bunkum. We have an inaccurate, fast-firing, low alpha, low penetration 6-pounder gun. And you can see I've got a small stock of premium ammunition. That's because I carry some premium... I have a bunch of tanks that use a 6-pounder gun that I've kept. And I carry some premium for them. And so I've got some, so I put it on here. Why not? Pish. I reckon with the 6-pounder there's times I might want to use it. But here, don't need it. I'm just going to put AP straight through the tumour on the top of the BDR-G1B, and this is a common problem with a lot of French tanks. They have this kind of like tumour thing, which is the often the viewfinder, rangefinder, and for some reason he's not moving. I don't really know why, because I'm just plinking his health away. He's on 7%, and he's dead. Well, that's one gone, but we lost 2. Oh, good lord. And oh god, it's a VK. Okay, he doesn't seem to like me. He bounces on me. Oh, but he's stopped by the look of it. Okay, and a KV-1S just ends him. Okay, so let's keep pushing. We've got a kill. Shiny. I'm able to pretend I'm an American tank and use this gun depression. The thing to bear in mind is that the Cromwell is armoured with tissue paper and wishful thinking. So, you know, it's not like an American tank. You can't just get the go hull down and bounce things on your frontal armour. And also, I don't think it keeps this amazing gun depression with its better guns. It's not uncommon for British tanks to have awesome gun depression with these 6-pounders because they've got a really small barrel. So we try and pour some fire into this guy, but instead he crashes and saves us the trouble. So, oh Christ, that looks like an AT2. Oh, he's going to be a nuisance. We don't want to take him on from the front. We're going to struggle to the side. And if you look at the scores, oh dear, we're 3-7 down. Oh Christ. Okay, alright, fine. What can we do about this? 3-8. Probably, to be honest, not a lot. This is a stock tank. Yeah, sure, we're top tier, but it's a stock tank. It's not very quick. And this is my first game in it. I mean, I've heard it's good, and it looks good fun, but I'm not really that sure what to expect. But anyway, there's a VK down there, so let's put some pain into him. Oh, no. KV-1S just obliterates him. Ooh, there's a tank destroyer. It looks like a flat Panzer. People call it that because it's based on the chassis of the Panzer IV, and it's flat. Funny that. But we bounce on him, I mean... And that's the thing, the flat Panzer isn't particularly well armoured, but the armour it has got is sloped, and this 6-pounder gun only has 110mm of penetration. That's at range. It's not very accurate, so the shots aren't going to go exactly where you aim them, and it's just not a long-range gun at all. So, screw this, we're bored of being there, we're 4-9 down, we're going to go somewhere else. And as I say, while it's stock, especially from coming downhill, we have the mobility to go somewhere else. And the only damage we've taken so far was that KV-1S who wanted our spot. It's a friendly KV-1S. Never mind, that's the internet for all you random teams. So, we're going to have a poke over this side of the map to see what we can see. Oh dear. We see a KV-1S. Ah, this might be a problem. Okay. Drat. Oh god, he's going to come around here and blitz me. I really don't want to stay there because I do not want to take a 122mm shell to the face. Or the backside. That's just going to hurt. I mean, it's going to take off half, 2/3 of my health in one shot. And it's... I really don't want to be I don't want to be taking a KV-1S on from the front, especially not with this little pew-pew gun. And this really is a DPM gun. And well, now we're only losing by 4. Yeah, when you say we're only losing by 4, it's a bit of an issue. To be fair, we were only losing by 3 a second ago, but now it's 4. Oh dear. I'm trying to find somewhere where I can do something. So we'll just go around here. Follow this flat Panzer. Sorry. Jag Panzer 4, or whatever it's called. Flat Panzer. Oh, that guy's on fire and having a bad day. Keep going and see what we can see. Ooh, I wonder if we can get some shots on that medium. That would be quite good. Polish him off. Gun fires quickly enough that, yeah, why not? So, let's put this 6-pounder to work. Bounce. Bounce. Ooh, 73 damage. Side of the turret. Let's do that again. Yes! It looked like it went straight through the commander's cupola. Oh, there's another kill. Jolly good. And, ooh, there's another medium. Yay! It's a Cromwell, and a Cromwell has no armour. So, let's put some damage into my opposite number. That's it, just keep it up, just keep firing those shots away. Might as well, no reason why not. Oh, he's moved, I don't know where he is. He'll be somewhere over there, but... see what else we can do. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's on about 3rd health. Let's just keep blitzing away. 24%. Oh, yeah, Panzer 4 gets him. Go flat Panzer. And, ooh, look, it's a T1 heavy. We can do some damage to a T1 heavy, right? Well, not if he backs behind the building, we can't. And oh god, it's a KV-1S. Oh, it's the guy from earlier on by the look of it. Okay. Alright, let's try and do something about him. Now, I load the premium shells here because, KV1S, my gun has 110 pen, yucky. Put some damage on, we'll have some more of that tasty damage. Sweet, sweet, oh god, that ricocheted, oh crappy looking, I should have really backed off at that point. Really should have backed off, and you can see even with premium shells, we're not actually doing all that much to it. Oh god, yeah, and at this point we do back off, because I don't want to take any more of that to the face, and I've only got 7 premium shells left. I started with 15, I've burned just over half of them on that KV1S. And I've done him some damage, but, you know, not a massive amount. Well, let's see what we can do. So what I'm trying to do is poke up through the bush to spot him, see if he's looking my way. You might be... But he's going to get distracted by our KV1S. So... Oh, no, he's turning his turret this way. Yeah, I made the mistake once, let's not do it again, and oh dear. Churchill 7 killed our flat panzer, set him on fire. So, this was surprising, this gun is not very accurate. I'm aiming for the weak spot on the Churchill 7, which if anyone doesn't know, the hull behind the tracks is hull, you will damage it, and the track guards are thin as anything, so you can just put shots straight through the front of those and you will damage a Churchill 7. A Churchill 7 is made of Swiss cheese, basically. It has good armour on paper, but it's got loads of weak spots. There we go. And that's the end of the game. We were on assault. If you're wondering why it just suddenly ended, we were on assault and we timed out. It's only 10 minutes. Anyway, c'est la vie. I survive. In fact, actually, it makes me wonder if that was the KV1S that barged me out of the way, the guy who survives. Anyway, we survive. We rack up 2 kills in a pretty much stock machine. Yeah, if you look at the after battle results, I think we come second on our team and do like 15, 16, 1700 damage or 1400, something like that. We've only got 700 health, 750 we will have with the top turret. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. So much for all the shiny things. Bye.